State your name, please.
Fair Grace.
Farah, what do you do for a living?
I am the security officer here at the museum.
How long have you been the security officer at the museum?
About 6 months.
Have you always lived in this area?
No, I have not.
Where did you live before you came to Wilmington?
I lived in Kansas.
What are some of your interests?
Well, I moved here because I love the beach, and I was interested in fossils and shells.
Oh, so you like fossils?
Yeah, and shells.
Okay. Do you ever collect fossils?
I do what I can when I'm walking the beach.
Do you ever steal fossils?
No.
Farah, what time did you arrive to work this morning at the museum?
Just before 8 a.m.
And what do you do when you first get to work at the museum?
I do the alarm.
Do you unlock anything?
I do. I go through and I unlock the doors so that our visitors can come.
Do you remember who the staff people were first thing this morning when you got here?
Oh yes, I try and make sure that I greet Christina Danley and Miss Ruth Haas, our director.
And the director was here this morning when you came in?
That's correct.
So do you just survey the inside of the building when you get here?
I survey the inside and the outside, and I look to see if there's anything suspicious or pick up trash or whatever I need to do to make sure our building's presentable and secure.
Was everything normal this morning when you walked around the building? Was there anything out of the ordinary?
It seemed pretty normal, but I did see a bicycle on the bike rack.
A bike rack outside?
That's right.
There was a bicycle here. Do you know when it was left there?
It had to have been left overnight.
But you didn't see it when you left here yesterday?
No, I just saw it this morning, so I just assumed it was here all night.
Okay. So then after you survey the outside of the building, do you also walk through the inside of the building?
I do a walkthrough through the inside.
When you first got here this morning, did you see any visitors inside the building?
Not immediately, but there have been visitors here today.
Do you remember which types of groups or what kinds of visitors you saw in the building today?
There was a family of 4 and a high school group that was here doing a
Large
tour.
group or small group?
Medium-sized.
So the family of 4, did you see anyone in the Discovery Gallery around the exhibit?
I did.
Did you talk to any of those people?
Sure. Ask them and how they like the museum. What do they think about it?
Did you have a chance this morning to see the actual exhibit that's been broken into, animals inside and out? Did you see that today?
Well, I did go and check out that exhibit, but
And everything was
looked
fine. Everything was fine when you first got here. So what time did you eat lunch today?
I had an early lunch. It was around 11 to 11:30.
Do you remember what you ate for lunch?
Yes.
Do you ever eat lunch in the gallery spaces?
No, we're not allowed to do that.
Okay, so after you ate lunch, what'd you do then?
After I ate lunch, I did another tour of the museum, making sure everything was secure in the inside and the outside of the building.
And everything seemed fine then, right after lunch?
It seemed fine.
So when were you alerted that something was happening in the Discovery Gallery?
Well, it was around noon. I heard that the alarm had gone off. So I was upstairs and I ran downstairs to see what was going on, and I noticed that the exhibit had been broken into.
Did you see anyone in the space at that time?
No, there was nobody there.
Was there anyone in the gallery at that time? Did anyone come in as you ran in there?
No, I made sure to block it off so no one could get into that space, and didn't want anybody to get out of the back door there, so I blocked it off and called 911.
So there was no one in the immediate area of the exhibit, but did anyone come immediately into the area after the alarm went off?
Well, there were two people who came around the left side.
Were they male or female people?
It was a male and a female. And then one male came around the right side from behind the exhibit.
Alone?
That's correct.
Okay. So you made everybody kind of stay in that space, not go anywhere?
Oh, that's right.
So before the police got there, did anyone else come into the space?
Well, Ruth came down.
Did you call her?
No, she just came down.
Maybe she heard the alarm.
That's what I
So then she came into the space. So she didn't come into the space at the same time as you?
No.
How long would you say it was?
About 5 minutes.
Okay. So then the sheriff's department arrives after that, after Ruth?
That's correct.
And then what did they do?
They came in and they handcuffed me.
They handcuffed you?
And everyone else that was in that space except for Ruth.
Okay. So, I think that's all I have for you right now, Farah. Thank you. We may come back to you.